let's hear what the old Jasabel had to say.
Oh, we still doing that?
We're still doing that, Jasabel. I think this is the right clip. Hold on. Let's see if we heard this one before.
Okay.
I like that you say that because, like, if we're going to train our kids, for example, to be open with their emotions, right? Let them know, like, the world is not always peaches and daisies. Like, the world is going to beat you up. There's going to be people like X, Y, and Z. Like, you're going to experience this, and that. But just give them that reassurance, like, it's going to be okay. Like, and if you fail or if you get hurt, like, it's okay.
Yeah.
So I think that could be really beneficial, like, when you hit people with, like, what to expect, and like kind of let them know though that, you know, when that happens, like, you don't have to man up. Like, it's okay if you sit with your emotions, kind of thing.
Heard a sniffle over there. What's going to happen?
No, I'm not crying.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Your eyes are very shiny.
Yours too. You
I know. I heard your sniffle and I was like, if you start, I'm gonna start, and I don't want to start. But
I've done too much crying. I am done crying.
You're crowed out
for now. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't have a particular question. I just have it there as soundbite 39 because that was 39 minutes into the episode. But the question that came before that was, again, as men looking for the perspective of women, and just like you mentioned a great point. I think it's a little bit later. I don't remember, but it said you were like, women don't have the ability to just let it go or just like internalize it and just like forget about it, as like how kind of men were taught to just like internalize it and let it go. It doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. And I think you kind of gave us the permission to be in our feelings a little bit, because we left that after, because we got stuff to eat after the episode, and then we went our separate ways. So me and him came back to the Airbnb, and we were like,
did you guys cry?
No, not together. But we were like listening back. I'm like, oh man, that's such a like reassuring thing to hear. Yeah. And it's given me the platform to be like, when I ask people to submit their stories, their mental health stories, men specifically. Yeah. I've got a few, and I was like, I'm gonna do something with this. Yeah. But I was like, thank you for sharing. Like, thank you for sending me this, because just you sitting down to do it and talking into your phone for whatever amount. This guy sent me a 30-minute voice note.
Oh wow, he really
about
vented
his
to you.
Yeah, he did. And I sent him a shirt. I was like, hey, like ever since then, closer to this guy that I didn't necessarily take more than an acquaintance, right? Because he was the brother of my college roommate, and I was like, me and him are close because we're college roommates, old college roommate buddies. But just like hearing him be like every week, be like, oh, I love your episode. Oh, I sent this out. Like, check it out in the email or da-da-da. And I was like, thanks for giving me a platform to receive this stuff. Yeah. Because I was like, I truly am like grateful to just, it'll give men an outlet to vent to another man, because we talked about it in that episode where it's like, he mentions a great point about a community later on, about having a community. And I think this podcast that we did the first time kind of established our podcast as a place that you could be like vulnerable with each other.
Safe space.
Yeah, safe space. Safe space over there.
Now that should be a shirt. But yeah, it's important. And if you don't give people that space, you know, there's so much that everyone goes through on a daily basis that they just don't talk about. Like, there's so many things people are battling in silence, and you would never know if you don't just simply ask someone, how are you? And like really mean it. Not the New York, hey, how are you? Walk away, I don't even care what you have to say. But like really genuinely mean it. Like, how are you really, you know? Check in with them. How's your mental health? How's your heart today? Like, questions like that go so far. Like, you have no idea what people are just like holding, and then they can finally just release, you know, because not everyone has a microphone. Not everyone is comfortable going into their journal or, you know, just talking in general. So it really does make the biggest difference. So shout out to you guys.